This is a review of the BookBook iPad case from 12 South. Now, the BookBook has been around for a while, so you might have already seen one of these, but I still wanted to do a review anyway, just as a contrast for the Dodo case, which I reviewed earlier. As you'll see that there's differences between this one and the Dodo case, chiefly that I like this one. I wasn't very fond of the Dodo case just because of although it had a great design, it just didn't have a very good protective feel to it, and there were some design flaws which this one certainly does not share. As you probably already know, it's a nice hardbound leather cover. It's made obviously to emulate a book on the end. It's got embossing and it says BookBook in volume 12 down at the bottom. It's got a zipper enclosure to keep it shut. And on the inside it's got a faux suede interior and it's nice and padded. In addition to the hard outside, it's got a little padding in there to keep your iPad safe. And it's got this leather cord, which I will show you the use for in just a minute. Now, iPad just simply slips in under this elastic band and then down into the leather keepers on the bottom. And I recommend taking this leather cord and putting it up around the edge when you're not using it. Now, unlike the Dodo case, which had those little rubber bumpers to keep it in, the elastic and these leather cups down at the bottom do a nice job of keeping this one in. Short of turning it completely upside down this way and trying to shake it out, the iPad's really not going to go anywhere. So it feels very protected in here because of the hard cover and the padded interior. Once you've got it zipped up, it will keep it nice and safe from any dust, and certainly won't fall out when it's zipped up. And to use it, you just unzip it, flip it back on yourself, and it's very comfortable to hold and use when you're using it in the portrait orientation like this, and of course you can hold it like that. Now, one of the only gripes that I have about this case is that unlike the official Apple case, which when you put it down on a table and have it folded back on itself like this, it gives you a pretty good angle for typing. This one has a little bit of an angle, but it's not quite as much, and because of the thickness of the front of the case and the zippers, the whole edge of the iPad is up off the table quite a bit, so if you're in typing in any application, you've got to have your hands up off the table a little bit, and it's just not quite as ergonomic as the Apple keyboard. Small price to pay though, because it is such a nice case. Another little quibble that I've got is that when they engineered this, the iPad fits in there very tightly, and the elastic band runs right along the edge of the viewing area on the iPad itself. So if the iPad shifts a little bit, or if the cord shifts a little bit, it tends to cover up the edge of the screen. So I find myself pushing it in like that quite a bit, and it's kind of become a natural little habit that whenever I pick it up and start to use it, I tuck it in like that. Of course, the use of this little leather cord is as a securing device, because you bring it around back and you wrap it around this little button, which is, I should probably note, that's leather and soft so it won't scratch the front of your iPad. But you wrap that up tight and put it like that, and it makes a very nice little secure platform for watching your iPad if you want to watch Netflix or whatever you want to do. Unlike the Dodo case, which if you remember, if you stand it up like that, it just slips out from under itself and won't hold up very well. One final note is my normal thing about zippers. I have a love-hate relationship with them. They're very convenient and nice to use, but every backpack I've ever owned, the zipper tends to break within a couple months, and the first time I took the BookBook and I folded it back on itself, I was a little alarmed at how stretched out these zippers get. They seem to have designed it so that it's got just enough play. And I haven't had any problems with the zippers yet, but I'm a little wary about how long those zippers will actually last. So that's it. That's the BookBook iPad case from 12 South. I've been using it for a couple weeks, and I really like it. It's like I said, it's definitely better than the Dodo case. It's got the same type of design aesthetic where you get a nice classic look out of it. It's very protective, and there you have it. Please check out my website. There's a link down below to biggeek.com for more reviews of iOS devices. If you like what you've seen in this review, please subscribe, and thank you very much.